Hello and welcome. Today I'm just going to be quickly showing you how to make your game campaign longer in Medieval 2 Total War. One of the main problems I've always had with this game is that I could never finish the campaign within the allotted time limit. I could win the battles, I would win slowly, but I never could actually finish the main objectives. I simply didn't have enough time. I mean, if we'll have a look, for example, this is the random campaign I started. The idea is that you must take and hold 45 regions, including Jerusalem. You have to do this within 225 turns. The reason for this is that there is a certain finishing year when the game ends, and a turn is 2 years. I don't know if any of you are maths wizards and you can just work that out in your heads. I certainly can't. But anyway, so 2 times 225. Go. Basically around the year 1550 or something along those lines. When you hit that year, the game finishes, and you either lose or win. So in 225 turns, I would have to win, and I can't do that. I've said before, I'll say it again, I am a turtler, and that's just not my style to play through it that quickly. So I did a little searching, and I found a way to change the campaign length. Okay, so this is my current England campaign, which I am actually playing. Now you recall that the normal turns from the very start of the game in that I just showed you is 225. I have done 55 turns and have 1,746 remaining. What I've done here is I've edited the campaign files so that a turn, instead of being 2 years, it is actually only a quarter of a year. So instead of going from summer in the year 1080, then going to winter in the year 1082, it goes through basically it should go through the 4 seasons. Although it really goes summer, winter, so I have winter twice a year. That's a bit of an accident. They don't have other seasons, but I wanted a lot of extra time. You can change it however you want. And now, so basically I had a lot of extra time now to play the game as I want, and I can complete it as slowly as I like. I mean, obviously it's not for everyone to complete in, I don't know, about 1,800 turns. I assume a lot of you would get bored out of your minds. So I'm going to show you how to change the time scale to your own preference. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you're on your desktop right now. I have got Medieval 2 and the expansion pack Kingdoms from Steam. If you have it on CD, I assume what you have to do isn't that much different. You just have to find it in a different location in the file. What you have to do, well, allow me to explain. What I have to do now is find one of the system files of the game, and I'm going to edit it. This is going to allow me to change the timescale of the game to whatever I want. Okay, so what you do first, computer. Very simple. Local disk. I have all my programs, including this. Program files times 86. Go down to Steam. If you have it in Steam as well, this is what you should be doing. Steam apps. Folder common. Okay, here I've got all the games I've downloaded so far off Steam. Not many. Medieval 2 Total War. Double click. Okay, now folder data. Then there's another folder, World, another folder, Maps, final folder, Campaign. Oh no, wait, Sorry, this is the file folder, Imperial Campaign. Okay, now here we have a lot of system files. You want to ignore most of these. You want to go to one that says, well, I'm going to call it deskerstrat.txt. It's spelled DESCR_STRAT.txt. Double click that. Hang on. Okay, so you want to ignore most of this. Scroll down just the tiniest bit. Here, timescale. Now look, here you say the start date of the campaign is in the year 1080 and it finishes the year 1530. Normally your campaign is going to be, and each turn is 2 years in length, so it'll go summer, 1080, winter, 1082, summer, 1084, and so on. Now you can change it. I would very much recommend that if you are going to change this, this is a system file, it's very important for the game. If you edit something wrong, then it's going to muck up the game completely. So I would suggest you, before you do anything else, save a copy of this in a location where you aren't going to change it and aren't going to lose it. I don't really need to do that, I already have one. Now it very much depends upon how much time you got on your game. If I do this, change it to 1, now that each turn is only going to be 1 year long, that's doubled the amount of time that I have to play the game. Instead of 225 turns, I'll have 450. What I play on at the moment in my England campaign is 0 to 5, which gives me, I think, about 8 times the amount of turns to give me, which is plenty. It's more than enough to do anything I want. I can take as long as I please. But so yes, I don't want to do the calculations for you. I'm certain you can manage that on your own. A very simple one, which most people would suggest changing it to. I would have changed it to this, but I think I messed up by accident when I actually originally started that game. That's not important now. Is 0.50. That means that it's going to go through seasons and years in good order. So it'll start 1080 summer, then it'll go 1080 winter, 1081 summer, 1081 winter, and so on. So where you originally had 1 turn, you'll now have 4. This gives you plenty of time. Trust me, that's around, I think, 900 turns, which is a lot. Okay, and so I'll change it back to what I had it as, and then very simply save the file in its location, and that's done. You should now be able to, you'll have to start a new game, but you should now have the number of turns you've chosen. Also, you may want to change the timescale in if you have the expansion pack Kingdoms, you may want to change the timescale in one of the campaigns, the Crusades, Teutonics, Americas, Britannica. For that you'll have to go through most of it again, but you'll have to go to a different location, so I'll show you. Going to Program Files. I'll go through it a bit quicker this time, hopefully Steam can follow, hopefully you can follow. Steam Apps, Common, Medieval 2. Now here, instead of going to Data, you want to go to Mods. That's where in Steam you will have installed the Kingdoms expansion pack. So here you have all the campaigns: Americas, British Isles, Crusades, Teutonic. I haven't played any of these except the Crusades. So click on double click Crusades. Then it's the same as with Medieval: Data, World, Maps, Campaign, Imperial Campaign. And once again you will find deskerstrat.txt. Double click. Now in the campaigns with the Kingdoms expansion pack, the timescale is set automatically to each turn is 1 year. I I change it to 0.50. So it's each turn is half a year, to give me double the time. I haven't played in Britannica or Americas or Teutonic, so I haven't changed the program file. Okay, let's just save this. Now also remember, you should, two things, you should definitely save a copy of the Desktop file before you edit it somewhere where you won't lose it or change it. You should also remember, you can't just go change it from 1.00 to 0.5. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but I would definitely suggest leaving it as they have it and 0.50. I know the 50, it's unnecessary, but I think it might be necessary for the program, so it's better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, hopefully this will allow any of you who want to play Medieval or any of the campaigns to change the campaign length. I assume it's actually very similar to change in Rome, Total War, Shogun Total War, Shogun 2, Empire Total War, any of those other games. I assume it's going to be a similar form to make your campaign longer. Hopefully this has been informative, and if any of you watching Gaming have decided to give Medieval a shot, it's about, I think, £12 on Steam to get Medieval 2 and Kingdoms. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it.